Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Jen here from Millennial Nextdoor. Thanks so much for joining me. In today's video, we're going to go over how to get a job on Upwork Fast. I'm really excited to share this with you. I've been posting a lot of videos about Upwork and Upwork gigs and jobs on my TikTok. By the way, if you came to me on YouTube from TikTok, thank you so much. I've been posting videos about making money, building wealth so you can live your best life on TikTok and on YouTube. If you don't follow me yet on TikTok, I would definitely appreciate a follow and I appreciate your support. Okay, so let's get into it. So, how to get a job on Upwork Fast. First, let's introduce Upwork really quickly. All right, so this is Upwork. This is a marketplace where freelancers and clients can connect to do work. So if you're a freelancer, that means that you work as an independent contractor in a field like copywriting or graphic design. And so you work for yourself with clients one-on-one. And if you're looking for work, Upwork is a great place to check out for that. When I first started freelancing several years ago, I joined Upwork and I found it to be an awesome opportunity to make some cool connections with clients and make a lot of money online. So, this is how you get started with it. So, the first step is to sign up. So, you click the sign up button. When you sign up, you have a couple different options. You can either connect to Google or there is one other way to connect. Let me see if I can go back to it here. Or you can sign up with a work email. Okay, so connect with Google, Apple, or work email. So I'll just use my work email. Okay, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, now here, if you're trying to find a job on Upwork, you're going to click on Work as a Freelancer. You would only select Hire for Project if you were a client looking to hire freelancers. So since you're looking for work, you're going to pick this option here. So I won't continue beyond this point because it's so simple. You're just going to set up your profile, adding your name, creating your password, and you'll click Create Account. And then I'll go ahead and log into my account so I can show you what it looks like. All right, here we are on my account. I'm all logged in. Now, as you're setting up your profile, keep in mind whatever you put doesn't have to be set in stone. So I've gotten a lot of questions about people not knowing what categories to select. These are a couple of the categories that I picked. Pick the categories that best match your skill set. You can change this later on anytime. So I don't want you to feel like you're totally married to these categories that you picked. Pick the ones that most closely match your skills and then move on. Okay, so once you're here, I'm not going to go through search or looking for a job too intensely because I've made other videos about it. Head to the channel and you can check out some of my other Upwork videos. But I just wanted to show you a little bit about how it works. So when you're looking to find a job, say you want to search for a job as a social media manager. So you search and you find a job you're interested in. Like we'll just say this one here. There's a couple things that I look for before I even consider making a proposal. This whole little blurb is super important, so I'll scope this out, reading about the description of the job to see if it sounds interesting to me, making sure that it matches my skills, and I'll be able to do all these things for the client. I'll look to see how many proposals have been submitted. This kind of gives you a gauge on how popular this gig is and the level of competition. I prefer to apply to proposals that are up to 5. 10 to 15 is okay. 20 plus, I usually don't do unless I really want to kind of go for that job. But typically, up to 5 is what I do here for proposals. So competition is low at the time that I'm applying because you really want to position yourself in the best possible way to get the job. So it's going to be easier to get it if you're only competing against 4 other people compared to competing against 14 people or 20 plus people, if that makes sense. Okay, moving on. Before I click into it and reading this description to make sure I can do this job, I'll also look here to see if this client has been rated, and I'll look to see if the payment's been verified. If it has or hasn't been verified, that's fine. If they are or not rated, that's also fine. It's just something I like to keep an eye on. Okay, so say everything looks good and I decide I want to apply for this job. Here, before submitting a proposal, I'm going to review all the info on this page. So on the right-hand side, this is valuable information about the client. With Upwork, in order to submit a proposal, you should have enough available connects. Connects are like currency. You do have to buy them, but they're super cheap. You can get something like 80 connects for like 10 or 12 bucks. So it does cost, but there's no monthly membership at all with Upwork if you're a freelancer, and there's really no other fees associated aside from the percentage that they take from the job once you book a gig. So because this is tied to currency, so to speak, the connects, you really want to make sure you're not wasting your money. So I like to thoroughly review this before I consider submitting a proposal. So what I'll look at is the number of jobs posted to the hire rate. You can see this client has posted 4 jobs. He has hired nobody yet. 2 open jobs. So this is kind of a red flag for me. They've posted multiple jobs and they haven't hired anybody. So I don't know about that. That's just kind of what I think, what I'm thinking in my head. They're a member since August of 2019. So they've been on the platform for over a year, which is a great sign. They know how it works and they're kind of more seasoned to Upwork and they're not a newbie. If they are a newbie, that's okay too, but it's just something I like to look at. Okay, and then down below here, you can kind of see the expectations the client has. They're looking for an expert. They expect this to be long-term, greater than 6 months, under 30 hours a week. And then you can look at the qualifications, and then I like to see when the client last viewed this job, which tells me about their activity level. It says 6 hours ago, which is excellent. If they posted this job and it said last viewed 22 days ago, I would be kind of hesitant to apply to this gig because it means that they're not really watching this listing and they may not even be actively hiring and they just didn't close this job out. So this is great, 6 hours ago. I look to see if they're interviewing any of these people yet, if they sent out invitations, which kind of indicates that they're really serious and looking to fill a job quickly. And the fact that these two are 0, that's totally fine with me. I look to see similar jobs, or actually not similar jobs, other jobs that the client has posted just to kind of get a feel of what kind of company they are and what they're looking for help wise. This is for a social media manager. So if they're looking for help with something related or something I can do like SEO or graphics or something like that, I may include that in my proposal as well. So that's kind of what I think. Okay, and then submit a proposal when you're ready. Okie doke. So on this page, first you have your hourly rate, and this pulls straight from your Upwork profile. You can always change this. So if I want to change this to 50 or something, I can do that like so. Cover letter, super important. When you write your cover letter, you want to tailor it to the job posting. That means that you're going to write it toward this posting and include as much from here as possible in your cover letter. You want to make this short and sweet. You're going to introduce yourself, talk a little bit about your background, skills, why you're an excellent fit for this position, talk about how you can help them with these things. You can even include examples, case studies, some success stories from your portfolio, whatever you have that you think will be helpful. They're listing skills that they're looking for, so talk about this: team player, strong communication, problem solving skills. Include all of that in your cover letter. And it looks like that's about it. I hardly ever include any attachments unless the client asks for attachments. If you want to do that, you can. I typically do not. Sometimes the client will also ask questions. So you'll have the cover letter section here, and then you'll have some additional questions down below. Now, those questions are super important. They may feel like they're not as important as the cover letter, but when the client first gets your proposal, they actually see those questions first before the cover letter. So take some time to craft a well-written response. And again, cater those answers to what the client has here in their job details and the description of the gig that they're hiring for. And that's it. When you're done, click submit and you're good to go. Now, how will you know if a client is interested in you? They'll send you a message. So you'll get a message, you'll get a notification to your email letting you know you have a message. You can log into Upwork to check it out and start talking to the client one-on-one. Now, sometimes they may want to interview you. I get interviewed on Upwork probably less than 5% of the time. Most of the time, it's a very casual conversation in messages, so we just chat back and forth, talk about the job and how I can help them. And then once we come to an agreement, they'll extend a proposal. If they do choose to interview you, they may want to do a video interview or maybe a telephone interview, something like that. It'll vary based on the client if they want to interview you at all. In my experience, it's usually just a casual conversation here in messages. When you do get a job, you'll be able to accept the proposal and then start work based upon what you and the client have talked about. And that is exactly how it works. So that's how you can get a job on Upwork fast. Make sure to do a specific search. You want to look very closely at prospective jobs that you may apply for. And then also make sure to tailor your cover letter and any questions you may answer in the proposal to the description from the job. So those are some tips that have helped me make thousands of dollars on Upwork. I hope you find this useful. That wraps up this video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below. If you have any suggestions or would like me to make a video on a specific topic, let me know. Comment below, send me an email, say hi on TikTok, and let me know what you'd like to learn more about. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.